suggested. So,
Why is he so bad?
oh no, what? Yeah, what are some of the things that they are worried that a Trump administration would be involved in?
Well, they would kill. He would close up this tax-free highway. You know that $800 billion paycheck I spoke about. You don't think that it's not the same people that we're talking about drawing this paycheck without paying their, and I'm using my air quotes, fair share. So, in many instances, these are members of the oligarch that have taken their profits in another country, and so therefore they don't pay the U.S. rate. So for them to stand there and say, like Warren Buffett, yeah, I think we should raise everyone's taxes. Well, that's cool because, most of your income stream runs into Ireland at 12.5%. So what do you care? Or if you're a hedge fund manager where all of your profits, you're paid a share of the profits from your hedge fund. So that's taxed at a lower rate than the guy's paycheck who works for you. So he might pay 39% from his ordinary income, while you pay only 20% from your gain, your interest. That's what that carried interest provision that we were talking about several shows ago.
Mm-hmm.
So Donald Trump has pointed out carried interest as like the number one loophole that he would close. Well, who's that going to affect? Not a single person that we know is going to pay more tax as a result of taxing carried interest as ordinary income. But every single billionaire hedge fund manager will suddenly see their tax bill double. And they'll pay ordinary income tax on their gains instead of hiding it or disguising it as some sort of capital gains. In reality, it's the fruit of their labor. They're managing a hedge fund. They're making money. Their compensation should be, like everyone else's, taxed as ordinary income. But they've carved themselves out a special exemption so that their income is only taxed at the 20% rate. That is unfair. Donald Trump pointed out it's unfair, and he's put these guys square in their target. So just that, closing that provision alone, those small income earners, so merely closing the gap between carried interest and ordinary income will yield more tax revenue than if you increase taxes by 10% on the rest of America. How about that? The rest of America. So just that one loophole closing puts those guys out of business. And then, again, their ability to set up subsidiaries in foreign countries and get taxed at a rate lower than the rate they would pay on their gains in the United States. A combination of a low domestic corporate tax and high tariffs will get these guys right back in line. But what is that going to mean, high tariffs? Well, these fiefdoms that they're building up with our tax revenue in foreign countries that don't have a constitution and an electorate that believes it's their country, they're a lot more pliable. When you put your headquarters in a country that doesn't have a constitution and doesn't have a Bill of Rights like we do, doesn't have an EPA or an FDA, you're the power. And so you feed that power with your income stream from the United States and your free trade policies, and suddenly you can take over the world, especially when it comes to continents like Africa, where they're mineral rich and where this flow of cash has just enabled them to take over country after country after country. Whereas if that revenue was in the United States and stayed in the United States, it would more or less stay under the supervision of U.S. tax authorities. And they've found a nice little loophole that takes them away from everything that ordinary people in America have to do.